Hey y'all, it's Miss Hammond. How y'all doing? If you've tuned in today, it is because your student is working on L, making the L sound. And so I have some practice for you today. Hopefully you picked up a packet from me this week and got some worksheets with pictures that look like this. They're two, they look kind of the same, but they have different pictures. So we're going to practice with those today. So if you have those, you can get those out. If not, you can do this with me and just look at me, and then you can practice later based on how we are working, what the things that I show you here. Okay, let's talk about making a good L sound. So the way you make a good L, guys, is you use your tongue, and you're going to put your tongue up right behind your top front teeth. Okay, you're going to hide the tip of your tongue up behind your top teeth like this. Do you see how I'm taking the front of my tongue and I'm lifting it up and pushing right behind where my top teeth are? La. You try it. La. Okay. Now what happens sometimes is we forget to use our tongue and our lips jump in and do the work for us, and it ends up sounding like this. Ooh. Okay, totally different, right? So you can see when my lips do the work and you can see when my tongue does the work. Now check this out. Let's look at this very first picture here. This is a picture of a lake. Watch my tongue. Lake. Now, if I forget to use my tongue, watch what's going to happen. Wake. That's a totally different word. All right, so that's why it's important that you use your tongue to make this sound, because if your lips jump in and do the work, you're going to say something that you did not mean to say, okay? You do not want to go play at a wake. You want to play at a lake, right? So let's practice. All right, we'll start with this one. I'm going to say the word, and then I want you to say it, okay? Lake. Your turn. Lamb. Lamp. Or you can call it a light. Just don't call it white, because that's different. He is laughing. He's mowing his lawn. Leaf. Is your tongue still doing the work? Okay, say it after me. Uh-oh, this is leaking. Say leak. These are his legs. And this bird is sitting on this part of a tree that's called a limb. All right, let's go to the next page. I'm going to say it and then you say it. Here we go. Lime. Or it could be a lemon. I don't know. They said lime. It looks the same to me. They both start with L. Lips. When you say lips, you use your tongue, not your lips. Lips. Santa's holding his list. This is a loaf of bread. Log. This dog is long. Lunch. Ladder. And this cowboy has a lasso. Maybe it's a cowgirl. Nope, it's a cowboy. Lasso. Okay, so guys, I hope you were using your tongue to say those words. I hope that was working out and sounding like a good L sound. Listen, parents, you can practice using this video over and over again. You can just practice using the worksheets, and every time your child says the word correctly, you can mark it in these little boxes down on the bottom. You can use these to play tic-tac-toe and take turns try to get 3 in a row on this little grid. Just make sure your student is saying the word that he or she is putting something on. Sometimes I put something down on each picture, and as the student says it correctly, they get to take that thing. So you can use pennies or M&Ms or Cheerios or whatever, a grape, anything. Just put it on there, and if they say it correctly, they get to have it. Just ways to make practicing a little bit more fun. Also, if you can make a copy of these pictures and make a double for yourself, then you can cut them out, and then you'll have a match for each picture, and you can cut them out, like put them on a table, flip them over, mix them up, and play memory with them, where you flip over 2 cards and see if you got a match. And so your student would have to name the pictures that they got when they turned it over. And then if you get the match, you keep it, and if you don't, you turn it back over and then it's the other person's turn. Another way you can practice is if just saying the single words is easy for your student, and you do play that memory game, you can make them say it in a sentence where they have to say, like, I got lamb, I got light, something like that. So that just makes it a little bit harder when they have to put things into a sentence and still think about the way that their mouth is moving to make their sound. So that's another way to play. You can also use, if you make doubles and you have a match for each picture, you can play Go Fish. So, deal out 4 pictures a piece, put the rest of them in the middle. That'll be your Go Fish pile, and then ask each other for the pictures. And so that's again working at like a sentence level. So you would be saying things like, do you have a lime? And if you do, you take it, you get the match. If you don't, you say Go Fish and you pick one out of the pile. But that's a nice way to practice at a little bit longer level than just single words. So, okay, happy practicing. Make good L's. And I miss you guys, and I hope you're doing okay. All right, bye.